Secretary of State Marco Rubio was on Meet the Press today, and he was talking about the Russia-Ukraine war. And he said that if we do not have a peace deal here in about a week or so, the United States may end up walking away from trying to help negotiate a peace deal. Remember, on the campaign trail, Donald Trump said he could end the Russia-Ukraine war in 24 hours before even being inaugurated, within 24 hours of being elected. Well, here we are almost 100 days into Donald Trump's term as president after being inaugurated, and there is still no peace deal. And it seems like no peace deal is incoming. Now, for their part, the Trump administration has mostly been pressuring Ukraine to accept Russia's terms, which includes Russia keeping Crimea and all of the land it has captured and controlling currently in this war. And, of course, Ukraine has said that's a non-starter. The other thing Russia wants is a treaty guaranteeing that Ukraine will never join NATO, because of course they do not want another NATO country, because if they would continue their attack on Ukraine or go back against Ukraine at a later point, and Ukraine is in NATO, Article 5 would be invoked, and that would be an attack against one as an attack against all, and all of the NATO member nations would end up going against Russia. And they don't want that. Russia wants more countries out of NATO. They don't want that threat there. So Ukraine, has, for their part, has said this is a non-starter. They want to keep their territory. They want to keep the option to join NATO open. And remember, Russia was the one who started this war. Now, Donald Trump, for his part, has repeated the Russian propaganda that Ukraine started it, and basically has been on Russia's side with these peace negotiations. He's been trying to push Ukraine to accept Russia's terms. It's been really one-sided, going as far as to say that the United States may end up having to pull out its support, which they've done quite a bit of anyway. They've already pulled back since Donald Trump took over, and Ukraine is finding other ways of getting support, mostly from European countries. And for a country that was supposed to have fallen within weeks, they've held on for over 3 years in this war effort. So Marco Rubio is saying the clock's ticking, trying to bully their way through these negotiations and trying to get Russia and Ukraine to come to a peace deal. It's not going to work. These things need to be diplomatically negotiated. You're not going to get there with threats. You're not going to get there through saying do it or else we walk. They're not afraid of us walking away. At least Russia's not. They don't care. They know Donald Trump is going to side with Russia if they need to, and they're not going to bow down to the threat.